Top Billin.
Fly, Eagles, fly. This is all I need to see right here, Top Billin. Your man Tim McManus said, Eagle observations from day one of camp. DeAndre Swift was deployed in a variety of ways, from lining up outside to motioning into the slot out of the backfield. He was primarily a pass catcher today. Come on, Ock, that's DeAndre Swift's specialty. Man, when he was at the University of Georgia, when I covered him, he had Nick Chubb and Sony Michel in the backfield. He was very much the gadget guy. Screens, swings, reverses, hitches, all that type of stuff, just to get the ball into his hands out in the open space, because can't nobody tackle the dude, right? He has Barry Sanders type agility, and he can make cuts on a dime. You can see the bones of a flood concept, right? This will be out of play action. You'll get that SP, right? Slide protection there. You'll get a corner route right here by this particular receiver. The motion man, kinetic motion up into a wheel. Then you'll get an over route over here. So you can see right there, flooding the field right here, coming backside off of that play action fake. DeAndre Swift out into the flats, catching a swing pass, and you can see how he get down with that, right? Look at that, kinetic motion first. Look at that, 20 personnel. Catching that bad boy. Look at the start and stop. A little muscle relaxed him. What I tell you. Look at that. Back to the basket play action fake. You get that levels concept, flooding the field. Oh, the start and stop is nasty. Then look at that right there. Got my boy Chuck Clark having to sit it down. All kinds of tendons popping and shit. All their hamstring rolling up into his ass and shit. Look at that right there. Come on, man. You can't deal with this guy in the open field. All right, this time 10 personnel. He's catching another swing. This time he's the kinetic motion guy. You just got to see this guy work in the open field. Know that this will be a dream, right? He's pretty much an outlet right here. Dead to rights, not a chance. Oh, my God. Look what he did to Tyus Bowser and Patrick Queen. And he's finishing on his feet. Like, come on, man. Matter of fact, let's see that from this way. Come on. Kinetic motion, right? You can see it's going to be some type of zone coverage. Patrick Queen didn't follow him all the way there. You get Tyus Bowser, right? Dead to rights in the open field. But this is DeAndre Swift, and he has a two-way go. That is too much room, right? Look at this. Oh, how did he come up out of that, right? You have two pretty decent linebackers right there. Look at this. Muscle relaxed him, right? You can see it right there. Look at that. Achilles rolled up into his calf rolled up into his hamstring rolled up into his ass. Come on, man. And then Patrick Queen, I don't know what he's trying to do, man. He's trying to knock that boy off his feet like that. Come on, this dude like 215 pounds, super solid, rock solid cat like that, out in the open field. I want to see him as a 70%, right? That means out of 10 touches, he should receive the ball 7 times. You got to get this guy 15 touches in the game. You do the math on that right there, right? I want to see him be primarily the guy receiving the ball out in space. Remember, that tweet by Tim McManus said that he was out wide and everything. This is very much what Georgia did with him and what the Detroit Lions did with him as well, because that's his skill set. You see him right here, right? He take Tyus Bowser, right? Look at this. Taxidermied him on the delayed crosser right there. Boom, gets himself a first down. Come on, the guy's an offensive weapon. Straight up, he should be in the offensive weapon category, not necessarily the running back category, right? Obviously, he's a running back. He'll be good doing that, getting totes and stuff as well. But Rashad Penny should be the workhorse back with that. You got Kenneth Gainwell. He can flip styles just like DeAndre Swift, too. So you have another guy who can do a lot of the stuff that DeAndre Swift can do. I don't think he's as explosive as far as the agility goes there, but he can catch out of the backfield. He can catch out wide. He got a receiver skill set as well. So you have some versatile guys out there, and you have a creative mind to make it all come together. My man Brian Johnson used to be the offensive coordinator for the Florida Gators, and they had that magical 2020 season that I covered here on the channel back then. And man, they had a concept, right? They used to run a lot of 20 personnel, something that the Eagles could go to, no doubt about that. But with DeAndre Swift and Gainwell, come on, man. This particular concept right here, bananas. In this game against Georgia that I predicted, by the way, Florida would win back then, right? This was the mighty Georgia Bulldogs right here. And I said before the season, Florida was going to have the best offense, and they did. A great mix of personnel and scheming. Obviously, Brian Johnston was the coordinator, but the mastermind behind this is Dan Mullen. I think the greatest offensive mind in all of college football when he's there. And he will be great, right? Coach Johnson get that head coaching job, bring in Dan Mullen behind him. How about that? This is a naked will concept, right? We call it. Oh, wait, hold on, gotta pause. Some of you dudes got a little happy right there, right? Got a little perky, started tweaking your nipples and shit like that. Calm down, baby. It's a naked will concept because instead of having multiple players on the field on the same side as the running back, maybe for some blocking, if you know you're going to that concept there, they essentially run everybody off. You get an in-breaking route here, you get a bunch of vertical routes here, pretty much, and you get that wheel, right? They want to make sure that it's against man coverage, so you usually have the short motion there to ensure that it's man coverage, and you either get him matched up on an edge player or you get him matched on a linebacker right there in a conflict of deployment. I'll show you what I mean a little bit, but you can really see it right here. Look at this. Naquan Wright, not quite the athlete of a DeAndre Swift, but you can see right here, look at the long gainer, and they went to this concept ad nauseum on Georgia. Georgia could not stop it at all. Look at this. Out in space right there, complete long gainers right there. You got to call the cavalry right down the field. He's into the third level with it. Okay, now look at this version. This time the running back you see is not to the boundary and he's on the side of multiple receivers, but this is a through traffic release. You'll get the same deal right here. You get a runoff here and all of these guys, right, running everything off here. You'll get play action this time, and then that through traffic release gets him matched up on a linebacker right here. And another conflict of deployment is hard. Front facing play action fake. You get a half rollout too, and then throw back. And guess who that linebacker is? Our guy right here, the next Philly great linebacker, Nakobe Dean. Look at that. Play action got him. Now he has to follow his assignment. Remember, they only do it in man coverage, and bang, look at that. Look at the makeup speed by Nakobe Dean, though. That's hard. But, man, what a concept right there. All right, check this one again. This time, he's working nub side. So you get the tight end right here, Kyle Pitts. He's going to be clearing that out here, and you get pretty much same kind of deal out here. You get that wheel route. This time catches them in a different type of coverage that the edge player has to turn and try to run with my man right here. And that edge player, Jermaine Johnson, first round draft pick here, couldn't do nothing about it. Look at that. Even he's leaving. Imagine that being DeAndre Swift. Look at that right here. Davis and Jakob. Come on, get in the trail position. So imagine that's DeAndre Swift and the type of speed that he has, the Philly Flyer. Man, you could be bombs away. You could be talking 70, 80-yard touchdowns from out of the backfield. You know what makes this foolproof? Think about this right here. This doesn't have to be an air play. If you get it wrong, right, and get caught in zone like you see right here, they get the same concept, but it's caught in zone. You can just put it on the receiver, right, pause, put it on him extremely quickly. You don't have to wait for the real route to go downfield. You see it right here. Look at that space. Look at him quick toss it. And then look, if you have somebody who can make somebody miss, which we know Swift and Gainwell can do, it can be off to the races right there as well. Look at that. That was always a great read by Georgia right there to try to stop that, and they still could not stop it. All right, before I get out of here, a little bonus action. I love it when a plan comes together. Look, I found the concept with DeAndre Swift in the NFL. You know the deal. Clearing that out right here, coming behind that on the wheel. Caught him in man coverage with Patrick Queen having to revert here. And then look at this right here. Jalen Hurts ain't missing this. What was this going to be? Especially with a post safety? Touchdown. That was going to be a touchdown. Goff straight missed it. Come on, man. Brian Johnson, DeAndre Swift, Kenneth Gainwell, even Rashad Penny, right, can catch the ball out of the backfield. But, man, if you want to keep all these guys healthy, you got to let them each carry the load right there. So I want to see my man Swift with that 70% catch rate, right, or 70% touch rate dealing with catches. But it's your boy, Jersey Murf, signing in once again. Now I'm tapping out. All right. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend, because you know I'll be serving that hibachi. Make sure you tip your waiter and salute. Strike the band.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.